Pandemonium from the CCRU Writings. Pandemonium is the complete system of Lemurian demonism and time sorcery. It consists of two principal components, numogram, time map, and matrix, listing of the names, numbers, and attributes of the demons. The system is constructed according to immanent criteria latent in decimal numeracy, and involves only basic arithmetic operations, assembled from additions and subtractions. The numogram, or decimal labyrinth, is composed of 10 zones, numbered 0 through 9, and their interconnections. These zones are grouped into 5 pairs, syzygies, by 9-sum twinning, zygonovism. The arithmetical difference of each syzygy defines a current, or connection to a tractor zone. Currents constitute the primary flows of the numogram. Each zone number, when digitally accumulated, defines the value of a gate, whose reduction sets the course of a corresponding channel. Channels constitute the secondary flows, time holes, or secret interconnections of the numogram. The arrangement of currents divides the maze into 3 basic time systems. Firstly, the currents of the 3 central syzygies mutually compose a cycle, rotating in anti-clockwise steps. Lemurian sorcery calls this inner loop the time circuit. Secondly, and thirdly, in both the upper and the lower syzygies, the currents produced fold back into a half of themselves, constituting autonomous loops, the warp, upper, and plex, lower. Warp and plex circuitries are of an intrinsically cryptic nature, which is compounded by the enigmas of their interconnection. They are variously considered to be outside or outer time. The gates and their channels knit the maze together, providing connections between otherwise incompatible time systems. They open and close the ways of sorcerous traffic. Although each gate arranges time in its own way, their operations vary with a central regional consistency. In addition to the twins, and their currents and time systems, and the gates, with their channels and time faults, there is a third occult thread running through Lemurian time sorcery, that of the distances, or of the demons. Between any pair of zones, however seemingly disconnected or unconnectable they may seem, there is an irreducible or hyper-distance, which Lemurian culture systematically characterizes as a singular entity. These entities are simultaneously gaps, links, holes, and demons, with particular traits, features, aspects, and potentials. Each demon is considered to be intrinsically zygonomous, or double-numbered, both addressed by a unique zone net couple of descending value, net span, and also called by a mesh serial, which is immanently defined by a sequential matrix, 00 to 44. Each demon also has a tonality or pitch, ranging from the highest frequency, ANA7, to the lowest, CTH7. All syzygetic demons have a neutral or null pitch. Since they are proliferated by digital accumulation to the 9th power, the demons are 45 in number, attuning them to the gate city of the plex channel, utter minus of Cathel, GT45, which is identified with the microcosmic layer of all demonic populations, the Lemurian Pandemonium. According to Lemurian demonism, each demon is itself a swarm, a singular coalescence, but also a component of a larger array, which can be sorted by type. The 3 principal demonic groupings are chronodemons, varieties of distance within the time circuit, amphidemons, ruptures in the time circuit, openings to the outside, and xenodemons, denizens of the outer gulfs. Demons are also grouped by phase, defined by initial net span digit. Each phase is opened by a door, to which is attributed a domain, a planetary affinity, and a spinal level. Demons can be characterized by the various rites, routes, or routines that they draw through the hyper-time of the maze. There is a rite for each way in which a net span of a demon can be integrated in extension, or traced across the flows of the numogram. Such rites are the basic components of demon traffic, constituting modules of practical culture, each of which is associated with an omen and a power. In Western hyperfictional lore, the matrix of all demons, Pandemonium, is called Necronomicon, the Book of Dead Names, listing all that is accepted from the white magic book of life. Necronomicon is a document copied episodically from versions of an original text, which was itself retro-deposited out of the future into the deep past. It thus scrambles science fiction with archaic legend, indicating a Lemuro digital hypersource.